Man, what's happening? My brother Helmet Chili, what's going on, boss? How you doing? We're gonna let a few folks trickle on in. Just giving a quick update. I'm at my home, away from home. That's good, brother. Good. Glad you're doing well, bro. Brother, I could be worse, so no complaints on my end, man. Finally getting this whole move and transitioning from Texas out to Kentucky, getting that squared away. Um, it's been cool, man. This place is different than it's definitely different than Dallas. I'll tell you that, but maintaining, brother, maintaining. But yeah, man, I'm really, for the most part, chiming in, wanted to check in with everybody, man. I ain't been live in probably about a month, 3 or 4 weeks. So um, I wanted to make sure that let everybody know everything's all good. I've been doing a lot of flying, been doing a lot of traveling back and forth between Texas and Kentucky. Um, yeah, man, it's yeah, like you said, we gotta adapt. We gotta adapt. So I got this deal going on with my folks that I'm not gonna shave until we reach our goals. So that's a deal that I got going with my supervisors and some of my team members that um, I'm gonna let my shit grow until all the way up until we reach our well, not until we reach our goal, until we actually exceed our goals. So that's really what I'm on, what I've been on um, for the last couple of weeks. Finally got some internet service and all that good stuff hooked up here at the new place. Um, so yeah, man, it's as you can see in the back, this is different. You don't see my my Ocean's Currents big poster that I normally have in the back. So um, yeah, man, I've been cooling. I've been hanging loose, man. Working hard, trying to get introducing myself to the team and figuring out what they need and how I could help them be successful. Interacting with some of the workforce folks and really trying to make sure that they're good. So that's been at the forefront of what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. As you might see, I hadn't been posted a lot on IG. Hadn't posted too much on Facebook. For the most part, I put up some shorts or something like that. But um, yeah, man, just been trying to get it done during my in my day job. So everything's cool. Shop is still doing good. Back home, I'll probably fly home probably this weekend. You know, hop on a plane, hour and a half, hour 45 minute flight. I'll be back in the D, and I think I'm gonna head out on Friday. So um, yeah, man, definitely took some getting used to. One of the things that Kevin talked about before his passing was getting outside of your comfort zone. So that's something that really taking his advice, taking some of his guidance from the grave, getting outside of my comfort zone to a whole different part of the country that I've never lived in this part of the country at all. So um, some things I like, some things not so much. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking about 5 years from now, I'm thinking about 10 years from now, and how a lot of this stuff that I'm doing will pay off in the long run. So that's the ultimate goal. So my bro Blockavelli, what's going on, boss man? Just really, just to fill you in. Wanted to go live and catch up and kind of give an update on what's been going on. All is well, no bad news. Hanging loose, man. Checking in with y'all, trying to make sure still on here showing my face and having the conversations, and especially for y'all brothers who always support. Letting y'all know that, yeah, man, you'll probably be seeing both backgrounds. Sometimes you'll see, the residence number 2. Sometimes you'll see me here, and then sometimes you'll see me back home when I go on vacation. More than likely, it's going to be vacationing back home in Texas. Right now, I am in Louisville, Kentucky. I was just telling Brother Helmet Chili, this is an interesting place. Back home, brothers is really trying to keep their shoelaces clean, and they're really trying to put their best foot forward. Out here, boys like shit. I seen a dude with some forces. He legit had me like,
oh my God.
As I say, bro, I've never seen forces in such a rough condition, but completely different part of the country. Definitely not what I'm used to. So it's one of the most interesting things about living here. It's a really, really liberal part of the country, but it's liberal in the sense of there's rainbow flags everywhere. There's Black Lives Matter flags everywhere. But when you interact with these people, you can tell that it's like y'all ain't woke. Y'all ain't rocking with brothers like that, and that's cool. I don't give a shit. It works for me. Yeah, bro. If you've been here, I see dudes riding around on what are those little scooters, the little green battery powered scooters and shit. I was like, oh nah. You get clotheslined back home riding around on some shit like that. But yeah, exactly. They trendy woke. When I first got here, I came in 2019. I stayed for a week, and I was like, well, maybe it's just because I'm not really here that long. I'm not, I'm gonna be here for a week, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here. But to actually move here, they definitely trendy woke, bro. I had a lady get on the elevator with me, and I think she might have peed a little bit. That's how, So when I see that shit, bro, it just reaffirms what I already know, which is that woke shit is really just a bunch of bullshit. So, but yeah, you right though. I'm glad that you've actually been here and experienced it, because this is something that's different than anything I've experienced back in Texas. I can tell you that much. Absolutely. Even bro, it's been so long since I actually lived in like a high rise or apartment, or you know what I mean. That shit took some getting used to. My damn bedroom here is probably the size of my master closet back home. So that go to show you, I was like, shit. Hey man. And my boss was like, hey man, you can buy a home down here. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Luke Hazley, how you doing, sister, man? It is so good to see you. So good to see you. I'm just filling everybody in because I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. Of course, y'all can see I ain't touched a razor, and I won't touch one until we reach our goals. So everybody, my supervisors and some of my team leaders, they laughing because they like, hey man, we know you're gonna shave. I'm like, shit, I'll shave when we reach our goals. I'm gonna hit this head. I can't be running around with the top down. I'm gonna shave my head, but yeah, the face is off limits. But I may go ahead and ross it out. I may actually like it, so we'll see. But it's good to see you here, sister. Every chance I get, whenever you post, I try to make sure I go over, listen, click that like button. I'll share it on my Facebook page. Actually, I'll share a lot of it. So appreciate the work that you're doing. For the sisters like yourself that are actually here to add value and here to learn how to better their own marriages, and also provide feedback to women who are looking at how to probably get to where you are. Greatly appreciate sisters like yourself. I think there's a lot of value in the content that you put out. Lord knows there's more than enough grifters and chameleons in the space. So to see the sisters who are authentically putting out good information is really cool. It's really cool. Brother Blockavelli says, I was watching a documentary on how super corrupt the PD is out there. Be safe. Bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. So in the building that I'm in, it's secure like some bitch. You gotta scan in and do all of this kind of stuff. With that being said, being somebody who is from the street and come from that type of environment, I really don't, being somebody, and also being somebody who travels, I'm big on not playing in anybody's backyard. This is not my city. I'm not from here. I don't have family and friends here like that. So I tend to stay out of the way. Also, one of the first things people told me when I first got here is don't go to the West End. Don't go to the West End. Don't go to the West End. I was like, man, fuck the West End. I'm not here for no gangster shit. I'm here to work. And I still ain't figured out how to get all of my rifles up here. So I'm really staying out the way. Now, Luke Hazley, thank you. 1D forever. Hey, salute to you. Salute to you. I appreciate you dropping in. For those who are trickling in a little bit later, just filling everybody in. No real subject tonight, no notes. Just want to touch base, let everybody know Big Bro is good. Y'all gotta ignore my shorts that I'm putting up. There's a method behind the madness there. So you'll see me put up some stuff that it's probably a little bit unorthodox for what I typically talk about, but for the most part, there's a method behind that. But 1D forever, man. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out the stream. Like I said, this is just me filling everybody in. If you've seen any of my other live streams, of course, the background looks a lot different. This is the home away from home, residence number 2. And it's in a part of the country that is drastically different than what I'm used to. Lots of punk rock people here. I did DoorDash for like a case of water and some other stuff, and on 2 separate occasions, the ladies that showed up, they were pierced up. They were real gothic, which I was like, all right, to each his own. But it's like, shit, do you like it? I love it. Ain't no shit I rock with. Y'all not gonna see me get on here with some black lipstick on. She had a beautiful voice when she called. She was like, hey, I can't figure out how to get to the building. I went downstairs. I buzzed her in. She came in with the bags. I was like,
oh my God.
But, like I said, to each his own. Definitely something that's different. A lot of zest. There's really zesty down here. Lots of zest. So that's pretty interesting. What I will also say is for the brothers that are here, man, we got some work to do. And, for those of us who live in big metropolitan cities, I wouldn't consider Louisville a big metropolitan city. I think it's like the 28th, 29th biggest city in the country. But if you are in a top 10 metropolitan city, there's definitely a difference. Folks from the city think a lot faster. Everything is like right now, or you're thinking 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead. Whereas here, the culture is just a lot slower. And Dallas is not, New York or California, but there's definitely a difference here in Louisville. I can absolutely tell. People are on different time. Everything is a little bit slower. So trying to coach people through that, trying to teach people how to smash the gas on their careers, and hey man, trying to instill that in them is a task in and of itself. But we'll get them there. We'll get there. We'll absolutely get there. I don't see my sister Gail, but shout out to her. I've been seeing her in a lot of different spaces, doing a lot of moderating. Super proud of her. Every time she goes live, I try to get over there and click that like button on her videos, or try to comment. So super proud of her. I know sometimes she'll get down like, let me go ahead and post this video. Let me go ahead and go live. So shout out to Gail. hardest working woman on YouTube. That's what I call her. But yeah, Blockavelli, man, that's my whole point of being here, bro. Is focusing on the folks that that I've been entrusted with leading, the managers and the supervisors that I've been entrusted to train. That's my whole point of being here. Like the social scene, the going out to bars, restaurants, I don't do none of that. I go to work and come home. If I want to hang out, I hop on a flight and I shoot back to the crib, shoot back to Texas, bro. Hour and a half, hour 45-minute flight. But as far as just being down here in the way, playing in traffic, no, sir. No, sir. A little too dusty for all that. My brother Black Tread, what's going on, family? What's going on, brother? What I would do. And Black Tread, I'm just kicking shit, bro. Filling everybody in, you know. How they say in the UK, I'm just chatting shit. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna post the link in case anybody wanna call in. That's how we'll do. Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns? I would say at work. Questions, comments, or concerns, so please speak now. But that's the link. If anybody want to chime in, any questions. What I will say is I am in the land of dust. If you are from Kentucky, don't take it personal. But boys is on some next level dust around this motherfucker. Keep it 100 with you. Seen a dude with some sweats with no drawstring in it. I was like, that's the first. I've never seen a man leave the house in some sweats with no drawstring in it. I've seen some forces that needed some attention. You know, could probably use some of that Billy Mays OxyClean on them. The simple stuff. That, hey, if you got dreads, keep them tight, boys. Just letting her go. It's a different feel. And I'm not gonna completely shit on the place, but it's different than what I'm used to. So, it absolutely is. But I'm not gonna be on for a super long time. My boy Kelvin Reyes, ¿cómo estás, mi carnal? What's going on? My boy said Air Force Duns. Yeah, my boy Kelvin, man, what's going on, bro? Kelvin, when do you go live, man? Want to support, man? I know I've seen you post a couple videos, but I don't ever see you live. And I know I think I hit the subscribe and I think I hit the bell too. So whenever you go live, bro, want to check you out. The link to the stream is at the bottom of the screen. And like I said, no, not twisting you guys on to call in, but if anybody got any questions, want to be updated on anything, you want to get your shit off, you want to promote your channel, all of that good stuff. And for the folks who are on here, if you are not subscribed to Luke Hazley, by all means go over and support that sister. She is legit, support a lot of us on the platform, man. And when I say support, I mean real support. It's a beautiful thing to see because it's clear what her motive is. Her motive is to help. Some straddle the fence, and you know, I get the business model, but yeah, poquito español. I'm from Texas, bro. Just a little bit. But sim falo português. Learning to speak Portuguese. I speak a little bit I understand Spanish. I know you said, do I understand Spanish, brother? But what you'll find, and Brother Blockavelli can tell you, in Texas, since it's so close to Mexico, and you grow up, the Black culture and the Hispanic culture is mixed in so close. You know, you grow up with people from Hispanic backgrounds. So just by them being so close in proximity, you learn to understand Spanish. You learn to speak some Spanish. Like if I want to order my food, I can order food and understand what she's saying, just like I'm sitting here speaking English. But I can't rattle it off fluently and just really hold a long, drawn-out conversation. So, T. Rittler, what's going on, boss man? Appreciate you stopping by, sir. appreciate you, brother. Um, what I was saying, and you got to forgive my ADD, but what I was saying before answering brother Reyes' question, if you're a brother on this channel, go over and support the sister Luke Hazley, um, and really, really show that sister support, show that sister some support. Yeah, Black Trey, you family, bro. And you know how it is from elementary, middle school, high school. You grow up with, we got Hispanic brothers and sisters, man. So you to a certain extent, just about everybody. If you in Texas, you grew up in Texas. You speak some Spanish and you understand a lot of Spanish too. So yeah, man. Hermano. Carnales, brother. Hermano is hermano. Good one. I got to double back. I've been trying to learn Portuguese. Hell, I lost some Spanish. Here, ain't no Spanish. They talking nigga shit here. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Brother Blockavelli, hey man, when you were down here, what is one of the first things you noticed when you were in Louisville, Kentucky? What did you notice that kind of threw you for a loop? I'm from D-Town. T-Rilla, I'm from D-Town, bro. I'm from Dallas. Born in West Dallas and moved to North Dallas. And so, yeah, that's kind of the part where I'm from. I live out east past Lake Ray Hubbard, back home, but I'm from the D. Traveled all around. I've been to Houston, San Antonio. YouTube is tracking the, matter of fact, let me put this up to, YouTube is tracking manosphere related live streams. That's why many opted for not live streaming. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, Luke Hazley. There's definitely a bigger agenda when it comes to male-centric content, but I don't know what they think the outcome of that is going to be. What I foresee happening is when the bow breaks, meaning when, and I want to be careful how I word it, but when men get to the point where they're so fed up, where they start lashing out even more, because I think that's where a lot of these mass shootings and shit come from. I want to make sure that, I am out the way. I don't wish for that to happen, but knowing human nature and through history, it has shown itself to always get to that point. You can only push people so far. And when you push the most apex predator on the planet to a point, they always tend to snap back. So, and when they snap back, it's typically with violence. So that's not something that I'm looking forward to. It's not something that I wish to happen, but I definitely see that as being something that is really, really, is really a possibility. Yeah, just be prepared, yeah. Okay, out in Frisco, she up north, north of Plano. She's in Frisco. Man, out in Frisco, tell your sister too, out in Frisco, man, they done start to, some thoughts done trickled in up there. They got this little spot where they going live on TikTok. They climbing all on furniture and shit as usual. So she got a chance to sail and get out. She might want to think about it. The real estate market is really good up there in Frisco, up north. But she may want to look at Prosper or Melissa, Anna, somewhere like that. They as soon as they open up some housing in Frisco, it's a wrap. Frisco gonna be like North Dallas. Brother Blockavelli said that it was a small town, it was a big small town vibe. Yeah. And then down here, you can damn near walk everywhere. Like people walk. And another thing too that threw me for a loop is like everybody parks on the street. That's another one too. Like everybody parks on the street. So you'll have 2 lanes going, 2 lanes coming, and the 2 outside lanes are not even, you can't even use them because people are parked on the street. Brother Rob T, what's going on, my brother? You really ain't missed too much, man. I'm really just going live, filling everybody in on the transition from Texas out here to Kentucky. Some of the things that I've been working on with my folks. the bet that I got going that I'm not going to shave until both teams reach our goals, which I think we'll be able to do before the end of the month. So at some point, I'll go in there and get my straight razor and get this shit under control. Oh, they took my razor blades going through TSA, so that was interesting. I forgot I had them in my clipper bag, and it was a young kid. He was cool though. He was like, "Hey man, you got these in your bag?" I was like, "Yeah," but I mean, I didn't mean to bring them. As soon as he held them up too, like when he went in my bag, he held them up. I was like,
"Oh my god!"
But I was like, "Bro, you can throw them away. I'll get some more." Hey, I appreciate you, brother. It's been a journey. Nothing really difficult. The company paid for to move the stuff that I wanted to move. I couldn't bring my truck out here. It was too tall to fit in the parking garage. In the space that I have here. So it's odd having two different residences. I will say that. That's a weird one. I've got homesick a few times, hopped on a plane, flew to the crib, stayed for a couple hours, hop on a plane, fly back. I was like, fuck this place. But I'm starting to get up to speed. So about the Ime Udoka situation, the Celtics coach. Man, what I think is, for me personally, if I was to ever get married, I'm gonna be 100% faithful. I don't have the I don't have the energy to juggle lies. I don't have the energy to even play. If I'm married, I'm loyal, and I'm done with it. But for him, I think that, and we've talked about it before, as you start to move up, whether it's for those of us who live a regular everyday life, or even for celebrities, as you start to move up and you have a position with that much visibility, man, you got to be careful how you move. Right, you got to have a shit ton of dick discipline, because of the way that the game is played. You're gonna have women coming at you from every which way. You know that a lot of them will use the systems that are in place to take you off of your throne, and they have no accountability. They can literally, conspire to dethrone you. So even for me, and I'm not a rich guy, right? But I do pretty well. Even for me, that is one of the things that I knew going in. I was like, hey man, listen, I'm never going to have a relationship with anybody that works with me or works for me. I am never going to put myself in a situation where there's a gray area. Even when I meet with some women at work, I always have the door cracked. I always make sure I have, I get out ahead of it. I say, hey, I'm meeting with this person at this time. The meeting is probably going to be 20 or 30 minutes long. If I meet with the person, I've never had to record anything. Like I'm gonna click a recorder and record them, but I always interact with them as if they are recording me. And I was taught that by somebody. So yeah, man, with positions where you have a lot of visibility, you got to be real careful, because there are some women out here that will really run a play on you and really fuck up a bag, fuck up a couple of bags. And that's not anything that I'm trying to experience. So, but for the most part, I mean, I interact with women in a way that I'm not especially for as big as I am. For those who've seen me in person, they'll tell you that I look exactly like somebody who played football. Big guy, but I always try and make sure that I'm mindful, especially if they're really small, really short. Try to make sure I keep a reasonable amount of distance away. When I have conversations, when I have closed door conversations, the door is cracked. I'm projecting a little bit more, so the tone and feel of the conversation can be heard out in the hallways and stuff like that. So there's certain things that you do to try and make sure that people don't get it twisted. That it's something else. And even when they try to whisper, I always come back and repeat what they said a little bit louder. So those are games that I'm always weary of. But for somebody like him, bro, you working for an organization that has that much visibility, that much history. He should have seen it coming, and then you do it. You literally shit it where you sleep at. As far as Nia Long, I used to work for a company it's called the FBA. I'm sorry, FBO, fixed base operation. And what I would do is tow and fuel private planes. All we dealt with was private jets. And so you had an opportunity to meet a lot of celebrities, right? I'm talking about Shaquille O'Neal, Martin Lawrence, people from the band Evanescence, Charisse Theron. I can go on and on just of celebrities that we would meet because they would fly private. And even though he's engaged to Nia Long, at the end of the day, bro, she's just a woman. You know what I'm saying? She has some of the same hiccups and same flaws as any other woman does. And as a man, I'm pretty sure he got some of the same hiccups and flaws as a lot of us. Outside of the infidelity, he probably leave the toilet seat up. She probably give him shit about it, probably overboard. So I say all of that to say that when I look at that situation, I feel like he should have been smarter in the sense of everything that he does is going to be scrutinized. Everything that he does is going to be scrutinized. You know what I mean? Brother Black Trez say this man allegedly slept with the co-owner's wife. Man, in them trenches, man. Boy, dick in the dirt in them trenches. Sleeping with co-owners' wives, bro. But you know what? That lends to a bigger picture, though. It's how can you not understand what's going on, man? Like, even if she told him, like, hey, nobody's ever gonna find out. It's like, bro, it's certain, and I'll touch on this. There are rules. You should have a set of rules that these are your core principles, right? These are your core principles. I have never messed with a woman that any of my homeboys have been intimate with. Now, not to my knowing, any of my homeboys have been intimate with any of their exes. That shit is just off limits. But being somebody who's engaged to another celebrity that is high profile, bro, it's like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Your homie could have OJ'd him. That's a dangerous game. Yeah. Straight up. Straight up. And then, you know, he's always going to have this jacket for being somebody who is not disciplined when it comes to women. So you think about shit, these other organizations, they're like, shit, I don't want them around my wife. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is a small fraternity. Being in the NBA, that's a small fraternity, man. So if you're in an organization like that and you turn around and get a bad jacket, it's like, damn, bro, you messing up your career. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, I ain't ran across a piece that was worth blowing the whole bag over. Shit. So those are the things that I thought about when I saw it. I saw a lot of content creators putting out videos on it, but I feel like he should have been smarter than that, man. I feel like he should have been smarter than that. He'll probably be coaching at Southern. That motherfucker gonna be at Grambling, assistant coach at Grambling. You know, we go. You know the HBCUs. You know they gonna accept him. They go, man, hey, yeah, we got Ime. We gonna change his whole name up. We got Ime Udoka as the assistant coach. He could be coaching. Well, I can't say coaching girls college basketball. Damn sure don't want to put him around no women. Shit, that nigga be on the sideline eating a hot link sandwich. Shoot the goddamn ball, shit. Yeah, Kyler, get up that fat ass. Tell her going to get in there. Like, damn, come on, Ema, you tripping, bro? yeah, Deion. I don't know if Deion gonna bring him into to Jackson State, man. They, Mississippi, man. But I can see him walking the sidelines with a motherfucking press ham sandwich. Motherfucker got a bologna sandwich, the red string still on it. Motherfucker got honey mustard running down the motherfucking wrist. Soon as they make a basket, get that good goddamn shot. Give me a paper towel. Somebody give me a goddamn paper towel. But I could definitely see Ime probably going to, like, kind of like Stoops. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Stoops when shit got kind of hairy at Oklahoma. He popped back up in the XFL league I used to play in. So it'll be funny to watch, man. But motherfucker on there with some tube socks and some goddamn step ins. You know what I'm saying? Little t-shirt from the college and shit. He walking down the sideline. Damn, how much we done made off the motherfucking dough? Shit. Oh shit. But I don't know if Deion gonna put himself out there like that to bring Ime to Jackson State, man. If he bring Ime to Jackson State, man, I know a sister from Natchez, Mississippi, man, thicker than cold peanut butter, bro. Mississippi ain't the place. And I think it's a Becky that he might have cheated with if he couldn't withstand Becky. He get down there to Mississippi, he gonna be in a situation. He gonna be in a motherfucking situation. So Ime might need to tell. He might need to go to an organization and just kind of stay out the way. Probably won't get to Jackson State. And then what Deion Sanders is doing at Jackson State is it's bigger than just sports. Sports is just a vehicle for what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to really bring all of his expertise, bring his experience as a businessman, bring his experience as a Hall of Fame football player, and really change the way that HBCUs market themselves, change the way that HBCUs really generate money. And I think he's just, we have this thing in leadership where it's called I do, we do, you do. So I think he's in the I do phase. I'm going to come in and show you how this thing is supposed to work. You guys do it and show that you are using this proven system that I've put into place at Jackson State. And then once that foundation is built, then other HBCUs can kind of follow that method. So I think Deion will probably steer clear of him just because I think his purpose is bigger than sports. I think that he's just using Jackson State's program as a vehicle to really bring a lot of these HBCUs to the forefront, and also the more professional players that start to come out of HBCUs, hopefully that'll start to generate some more money, more TV time, and ultimately a lot more visibility, so that eventually you get to the point where your HBCUs can compete with some of your larger PWIs or some of your larger powerhouses. And that's not going to happen, next year. But I think that's what he's doing. And I've met Deion in person. Cool ass brother, man, down to earth, cool ass cat. London Tomas, what's up, sis? It's cracking, sis. Yeah, T Rilla, Mississippi is a honey trap. Boy, go down there and gets on them good old one of them good old neck bone sandwiches. Motherfucker be down there with some honey biscuits, sopping up hog mouth juice. He may gonna lose his religion down there. He don't need to go to Mississippi. He don't know what time it is. He ain't gonna bring that boy to Jackson. He better not. He better not. Tell you that boy gonna be on the sideline and some goddamn and1 sweatpants with some step-ins with no socks on and a tank top with the stomach dirty on that bitch. Eating him a goddamn chopped beef sandwich. The art of will. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. We talking about a lot of stuff. I'm really just going live to fill everybody in. Brother Rob T asked about Ime Udoka and was asking if we think he'll go down to Jackson State. I don't think he'll go down to Jackson State because they, hey man, I'm telling you, they thicker than cold peanut butter down there, and he ain't gonna be able to contain himself. If you bricked up and you got sweats on, people gonna see you can't be on the sideline like that with a tank top and some step-ins. Shit. Motherfucker hair not cut, he ain't gonna be shaved, he's gonna be out there with a chain on trying to coach. Redbone, go in for number 7. He gonna know nobody's name. All he gonna know is by ass and skin tone. Hey, Redbone, go in for number 7 with the fat ass. It's like, E-May, you can't do that down here, bro. You know, sometimes when the wheels come off of somebody's program, sometimes they just go all the way to the left. He probably gonna get tatted. He gonna be sleeved up. Hey, Red. Hey, Red. Shoot the damn 3, Red. Shit. Shoot the 3. Oh shit. Full court press, damn it. Let me show you how it's done. He'll be all up on the women basketball players. Nah, y'all, Ume don't need to go down to Jackson State. He need to stay somewhere, you know. But apparently he likes the snow bunnies, you know, and I ain't knocking it, to each his own. He said he gonna have 5 snow bunnies. That's probably how many snow bunnies it is in the school. But you know what though? It's funny you say that, bro. You know what's gonna happen though? Brother Dennis Sperling put up a picture on Instagram, and there was a picture of some white deltas, right? Some white deltas. So at HBCUs, and with Jackson State and with Dion being there, I'm willing to bet the next school year you're gonna see a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more diverse. They're gonna be like, okay, Dion is here. These players getting a lot more visibility. Some of those guys are gonna go to the league, especially for the skill positions. So, you know, hey man. I say, what am I doing up? Hey man, I'm in Kentucky. And I'm also on Eastern Standard, so it's actually 11:40. But you know, I ain't gotta be. I can get to work when I get there. So I'm still gonna get there early, but you know, I can shake, rattle, and roll a little bit. I don't stay as far away from this plant as I did in the one back in Texas. So that's what I'm doing up late. I would have exposed Sperling if he didn't support the passport call. Hey man, you know, one of the things that I believe, Will, is in this space, you can literally find a cause to expose anybody. Because I think sometimes people look at content creators as like celebrities, not really understanding that, hey, these are just regular everyday people, everyday folks that sit in front of a camera and put their life on the screen. So for me, I always look at it as, you know, the truth will always come to light, and that's with anybody. So not just Uncle D specifically. And in my book, he's a stand-up brother. I don't know of anything negative about him. He's always treated me fairly. And I think that he's put out some messages that have attempted to push the culture forward. So that is my belief. But I will tell you that it takes a lot of balls to get on here, show your face, speak your piece, give your opinions. I've been lucky to where I've only had a few weirdos hop in the comments like, hey, I think you handsome, and it's a dude. I like say, bro, put you in the corner with this block button. Nothing about me say I even rock that way. So, but for the most part, I think that for those of us who create content, it is some whole ass shit, but I'll let it slide. So another part of it too, if you notice, you go back and you look at my channel, it's been at least 3-4 weeks since I've been live. So I've been out of the loop for quite a bit. So I'm not sure what's been going on. But I'll rock with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he ain't never done nothing shady to me. And from what I understand, I've never seen him do anything shady. But you know, that's my 2 cents on it. My brother, we need to talk, Brother Obi. Brother Obi is another brother that really is really trying to push the culture forward, man. I know he catch a lot of shit, but I think that brother's cause is just. And I think that even when we disagree on certain topics, and I'm not talking about Brother Dennis, I'm not talking about Brother Obi, I'm talking about in general as black men, even when we disagree, I think that there's a certain code that we should adhere to, and I think there's a certain decorum that we should carry when we disagree with each other. Because what you'll find is that other cultures can disagree, and that a lot of times nobody really knows about it outside of their group. For us, since we come from a culture that has been a matriarchy for so long, some of that stuff is ingrained in us to expose or blast. But for me, there have been people that I've had disagreements with on YouTube, nothing serious, but a lot of times we hash it out through text, email. But I think for the work that Brother Obi is doing, it's just. I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't have the patience, and I'm a scarred man. Shit, I got my battle wounds from really trying to get down in the trenches with the sisters. So how long I've been in Kentucky? This is week number 2. Sis. Yeah. Culture's been put out to the world too much. Yeah, man. Kevin, Brother Rob T. Kevin talked about that. I'm gonna put this up, and as I respond to you guys' comments, I'm gonna put that up. Culture has been put out to the world too much. So Kevin talked about that, right? Your ethnic image. As Black men, we've gotten our ethnic image has taken a bruising over the last 40 years, right? I would say 40 years specifically, probably a little bit longer, but over the last 40 years, our ethnic image has taken a bruising. But it's also, I think the way that you counteract that is we've always been told you got to be 2-3 times better than everybody else. So when you have a chance to be an expert at something and really go into the workplace and put it in practice, that's one of the best ways that you can counteract that. And I'm telling you from something that I've done, understanding that not only do you have to be good, you have to be damn good. And then you have to go further than everybody else, and then you have to do all of the shit that nobody else want to do. So you're definitely right. Brother Blackavelli say I never publicly badmouth him. Bro, I'm the same way. And I'm that way for a couple of different reasons. One of the reasons that I am that way is because sometimes this shit have a tendency to get way more serious than YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And then the other part too, as a content creator who actually comes out and shows his face, you never know who's watching. So you may have somebody come up to you in public that feels a particular, feels a particular type of way. And I am somebody who doesn't walk around every day looking for strife, looking for beef. But if I were on the platform, like, literally going at people, and one of their supporters came up to me out in public, but I can tell you with 100% assurance, I'm gonna probably swing first, especially if they come up on some friction. But to keep that from happening, if I have disagreements with people, I tend to fall back like, hey man, listen, you know what? We're on 2 different pages, brother. Whatever you're doing, cool. Let me back up off of it. Because I know how serious this shit can get. And I'm gonna tell you the example that really put it into perspective. Tommy Sotomayor had a situation where this guy sent him a picture of him with his arm around his mother. Once I saw that, I was like, bro, my mother's dead and gone, but if that was me in that situation, bro, yeah. As much as I like to think I've grown and I'm way more mature and I've moved past any bullshit, bro, some shit, you gotta set the tone on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Art of Will said I never took race into consideration when I went after Melanie. Art of Will said he's straight with the beef. He's straight with the beef. I know Blue Pill Will. Blue Pill Will went after Melanie. That was funny. But it's oddly enough, that's part of the territory. Who knows? One of these days, somebody may come after me, and God forbid. And when I say come after me, I mean come after me from a content creator space. Coming after me in public is, I would hope not. I say it that way. Oh yeah. Let's see, Brother Helmet Chili, I see you. Your piece on mastering and being proficient in things was fire. I appreciate that, bro. That's what that's the way I've lived my life is trying to be really, really, really good at what it is that I do. And I work with a lot of us too. Um, but I think that, the more proficient you become at something as a man, um, the more confident you become, you know. Your swag is directly tied to um, how well you get out in this world and compete with all men. So not just other black men, whether it's Asian, white, um, Indian. Uh, I think that is the true test of who you are when you can get out on the open market and compete with any man, you know, or a woman. But as for what we're talking about, and as this is a kind of male-centric channel, I think that is the true test when you can get out on the open market and you can compete with any race of man. You can compete with folks from any background, and you can hold your own and preferably run circles around them. So that's what I've always been mindful of. It's like, okay, if I got to compete against this person, I'm gonna be so good at it that he's probably gonna be turned off by as much shit as I'm doing. So that's always been my goal. Brother Black Tread, nothing wrong with our culture being put out there. The issue is that we have no gatekeepers. Yeah, therefore culture vultures monetize everything that comes from our community. Man, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. There's this is perfect for a situation that's kind of happening behind the scenes with content creation. There's so many people who've taken Kevin's message and monetized it, and they are trying to keep it for themselves. And these folks are not; these are not black people. So, um, boy, you're right. But as for the gatekeepers, it's definitely not Al Sharpton. It's definitely not what is the attorney uh, uh, um, the civil rights attorney. Ben Crump is not Ben Crump. Um, in my personal opinion, I think that the gatekeepers should be upstanding conservative black men when you talk about the black culture. And they can be young, old, revolutionaries, whatever the case may be. But, you know, people who can really do damage rarely want things to jump off. Exactly. Bro, this one right here. Um, I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like I legitimately, it's not what I got on YouTube for. I got on YouTube to give brothers an opportunity to talk to somebody who come from nothing, figured it out, and hopefully I can provide some insight and some tips and tricks on how to do it. That has been my sole purpose. You know what? I saw I think it was Brother Lamont. I want to make sure I don't skip past that brother. I think he was somewhere in here. You still in here, brother? Coach Lamont, what's going on, brother? I knew I saw it in here somewhere. What's going on, boss? I appreciate you stopping by the stream. For those who are coming in a little bit later, nothing special to talk about, just touching base with everybody. I hadn't been live in about 3 or 4 weeks, a little over a month. You're not gonna see me shaving. I got a bet going on, so I'll be woofing it out. And now if it get too big and I kind of start liking it, then it's gonna be Wrench Ross. It's gonna be Wrench Ross around this thing. Brother Art of Will, there are no gatekeepers because just about everyone wants to wear the crown. This is a really good point. What they say, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. And then the other part too, heavy is the head that wear the crown, man. A lot of people don't realize how much shit you get being in charge. I can tell you from experience, you get a lot of shit, man. You get people challenging your position and they have no intention of even doing the function of the job. So you're 100% right. Oh yeah, Ben Crump. Yeah, Ben Crump ain't finna lead shit, bro. You know. Which that was the authenticity stamp. Man, you know what the authenticity stamp is, bro? The authenticity stamp is your works. You know what I'm saying? Your works. That's your authenticity stamp. So I know a brother like you, I think last time we chatted, he was in Dubai. Ain't no non-productive niggas going to Dubai. If you do, you're going over there to show some shit. Uh, but that's the stamp. You know what I'm saying? The productive brother. Brother Alan Obi, productive brother. You know what I mean? Who actually cares about the culture and is really trying to have the conversation. So even if you sit on the other side of the aisle, you got to respect the work that brother's doing. And like I said, he catches the flack for it, he lets it roll off, and then he keeps on pushing it. Yeah. My brother Helmet Chili say, so let me see, MRT, who's worth 180 million, bro, or 300 million? Damn. No, you to my Ime Udoka. If Crump is worth 180 million, bro, I see why he been settling them civil rights cases. That damn kickback. Ben Crump is worth 180 million, bro. I didn't know that shit. Did y'all know Ben Crump was worth $180 million? Damn. Man. 180 million. Sis say grow it out. Sis say grow it out. Man, until it's gonna be Wrench Ross. I'm gonna keep on growing it. I'm gonna keep on letting it rock out. Brother Kelvin said, with all due respect, and from an outsider looking in, the African American culture need more masculine men that value leadership, traditionalism, machismo, tough love, responsibility. You know what? I can take that criticism, bro, and I can say that you're right. I think that for us, we're dealing with a situation that is a little bit different from some of the other cultures in the sense that in order to check some of the boxes that you laid out, you have to have a willing counterpart that is also on the same page, right? So when you talk about the leadership and the traditionalism, the machismo, tough love, and responsibility, those things, when you take any other culture of men and you look at those things, the women actually believe in and support a lot of those things. And I'm not saying all of them, but what I am saying is traditionally, you have women who look at these things and they're not toxic. You know what I mean? For us is, we're literally, that's why I've said it on a couple of other streams, is politically, we are on two completely different sides of the aisle. Most of our sisters lean a lot more liberal, and productive Black men tend to lean a lot more conservative. So traditionalism is a big one. You know what I mean? Tradition is a big one. And I think for the situation that we're in, they're trying to change the tradition to twerking, LGBTQ, intersectionality, and a whole bunch of other bullshit that are literally liberal white talking points. And what you'll find is that the average Black man who's actually out here putting in work is not going for that shit. But you're 100% right though. Yeah, I'm still tripping on Ben Crump being worth $180 million. I mean, I need to get a law degree, start talking with a list, and start settling cases. Cause he told me talking like this. He talking like he ate something he was allergic to. Nigga told him fat in the bitch. Let's see. Crump could restore Black Wall Street if he wanted to. Yeah, but bro, but you know what though? Probably gonna restore that Black Rose Wars Wraith. Shit, that goddamn. It's just a new generation of race hustlers, bro. You know, when I was younger and I found out Al Sharpton was working with the FBI, I was like, well, that makes sense. You know, or the Secret Service, or whoever he was working with, I was like, that makes sense. You know, so that's. But yeah, if he wanted to, he can literally go through and restore Black Wall Street, bro. I'm gonna put my brother Rob T. So there's been an aggressive effort to emasculate Black men. I suggest you look into the Kerner Commission and the Moynihan Report on how the Black community was systematically put men in single mother households. Yeah, it is it's an FBI informant. Appreciate that, Black Valley. You know, the Moynihan Report really lays it out, and we're getting to the point now for those of us who are at the age where you're not a spring chicken no more, but you're not old as shit. I'm 39. Where you're not old as shit. The data is starting to come out, so we can really understand what happened in the 70s, 80s, 90s, right? A lot of that data is coming out. One of them that Brother Rob just called out is the Moynihan Report, where it talks about, for those who are unfamiliar, the Moynihan Report, and I actually got the PDF of it that I sent out to a few people that watch the channel, but what it talks about is, you know, as the government handed out these benefits, the thought was that it would kind of incentivize both parties to really get together and better the position of the Black family. But what ended up happening is a lot of sisters took that and took that and ran with it, and it turned into independent. I don't need a man. So definitely a good read if you want that. If you want the Moynihan Report where you can actually go through it, I have a PDF copy of it. TurnerWrenchTurner@gmail.com, and I can email you guys that PDF to check that out. Yeah, exactly. We like rules and standards. So highly productive men and highly productive people in general, but men specifically, like rules and standards. A lot of sisters do too, but sisters been taking the L as of late with the internet. The internet, they really began to put it out there. I saw one where it was a physician. One of them TikTok videos, it was a physician, and she had she had her robe on, and I think she had like a stethoscope around her neck. And then the video switched, and she was on all fours twerking in the club. I was like, "See, that's that bullshit, you know. That's that bullshit." But one thing the internet has done, it has put enough information out there where you can make an educated and informed decision about who it is that you're gonna rock with, you know. Yeah, busting companies over the head with lawsuits paid well. Hell yeah. We don't even got Black Panther no more. Yeah, Black Panther out of there. It's done. And they're trying to. I think on the new one, I think it had his sister on the front. You know. Yeah, those programs today have a new name called Welfare and Section 8. Oh yeah. Snap. A little bit of TANF. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had this soundbite that I wanted to play for y'all, man. I'm going to add it to the soundboard. That shit funny as hell. And it would have went perfectly with the Ime Udoka piece that we were talking about. It would have fit perfect. But I'm going to load it into my soundboard tomorrow. I'm going to have something for y'all ass. Let's see, Brother Art of Will. I got on this space to speak out against that divester who trolls Black platforms. Plus, I got sick of so man, self-hating, racism, and hypocrisy. Yeah, man. And think about this too, Will. A lot of the folks who get on and do like trash content. Let me move this out of my face. A lot of the folks that get on the platform and do like trash content, bro. I'm gonna tell you a couple of different things. These motherfuckers scary in real life. The other part is that these are not highly productive people in real life. These motherfuckers are like blow up mattress, beanbag chairs in the living room type shit. These are not your high producing folks. And the reason I can say that with so much assurance is that if that were the case, they would have something else to talk about. and I'm not bragging on myself, but normally I write notes and shit. I don't have any notes. We sitting there having a simple conversation and it's flowing right along. I'm not like, damn. So yeah, shit. What y'all? You know what I'm saying? It's easy to talk shit um or what I would tell you is a lot more difficult to come up with meaningful commentary, and so a lot of them can't do that, and so they lean more towards trash. Or trying to trash other people, or like the divestors. I think something is mentally wrong with them. Not because they decide to divest, but it is the delusion that comes with it. It is the toxicity of it. You know what I mean? If you're a divestor, cool, divest, but you hang around in all the spaces where black men tend to congregate at. So what it shows is that something is going on upstairs where not only are you saying that, okay, I choose to date outside of my race. Okay, cool, do that. I've never seen black men trying to stop you from doing that. But you are going to date outside of your race, and then you are going to go to the spaces where black men hang out at just to try and rub it in their face. Hey, I'm a divestor. Hey, I'm a divestor. Essentially what it's saying is, hey, motherfucker, I need some attention. I don't care if it's good attention. I don't care if it's bad attention. I just need some kind of attention because my daily life fucking sucks. I'm not getting the results that I think I should get, and I'm crazy as cat shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say to me. I don't even interact with them. If a divestor hopped in here right now, I block their ass. Like, bitch, get out of here. Dude, that's not what we ain't even rocking out, you know. And granted, if I brought them up and we sat here and argued for an hour, the views would go up and so on and so forth. People would probably take it, chop it up, and do videos on it. But I don't pay them folks no attention. I know that I don't go hang out in spaces where I know I disagree with them. But yeah, them folks, man, they ain't right upstairs, man. Oh yeah, they're making his sister the new Black Panther. Yeah, I ain't gonna see that. I ain't gonna see it, dog. Shade Tree Philosopher just swinging it to show some love, support. Glad to hear you sharing your voice and opinion on YouTube. I appreciate that, Shade Tree Philosopher. Like I said, bro, I'm rocking out and doing a quick update and touching on some of the topics. Man, I appreciate all these topics that the brothers are really helping me along with on this stream. Speaking of, brother say, that boy Funky Favre really out here getting down on the welfare checks. That boy really with the fuckery. But you know what though, bro? He is doing something that has been done quite a bit through history. First chance he got, he looped in that brother with the Jerry curl from Oklahoma. He was like, shit, I wasn't the only one. Fucking DeMarcus got some of this goddamn money too. He went and bought him a fucking Cutlass, bought him a goddamn hot shot truck. I wasn't the only one stealing fucking money. You know, if 12 mil came up missing, Brett Favre probably got 11.8 of it. Gave DeMarcus a little 200,000. He went and bought him a box truck, some Jabot jeans, a Cutlass, and probably did a little bit of tricking, and it was right back at square one. Oh shit. Brother say, I've popped in on one of these guys' streams, and conversation was so pointless. They invited this girl on, and eventually it devolved into multiple guys just going into attack mode on the girl. Yeah, bro, like, that's another thing too. Like, I don't get off on just, to me, before COVID, because I started on YouTube with O'Shea Duke Jackson a couple years back. It used to be full of just meaningful conversations. Now you had your Tommy Sotomayor's, you had your Tariq Nasheeds who would do certain things like that. But for the most part, it started out at brothers bouncing ideas off of each other, brothers that were in different industries, kind of sharing ideas, giving tips and tricks for like job interviews or different kind of industries you can get into. That's what a bulk of it was. And then you had the relationship sector with the red pill and stuff like that. The self-help sections, which is what I really spent a lot of time at, just because I was in leadership. Even back then, I was in leadership. So we talked about, and there would be sisters over there that was soaking up game too. It wasn't a whole bunch of them, but there would be sisters over there soaking up game too. what it has evolved into now is everybody is trying to get monetized as fast as possible. Everybody is trying to, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are trying to get monetized as fast as possible. Um, people are trying to get their subscriber base up as fast as possible. So what they tend to do is lean towards some of the content that is a lot more controversial. Um, and if you're saying that, hey, I want to make YouTube a business and I want to do it quick, that's one of the ways to do it. Just by human nature, drama sells. BS goes a lot longer, goes further than self-help content, unfortunately. Sometimes people are trying to escape from their life, so they get on YouTube and they strictly use YouTube for entertainment. They may not use it the same way that some of us may use it. You're attacking her. Any productive conversation, a deeper understanding, exactly. Just throwing insults as a negative vibe. Hell yeah. I've never heard any group say they are divesting from their men except Black women. You know what? My brother Deshaun, bro. I was in a meeting when you called earlier this week, Deshaun. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, bro. I think I got an opening in my calendar. I've been getting set up here in Kentucky, but I got you, bro. I saw that I had missed your call. I meant to call you back, but charge my head, not my heart, brother. I got you, bro. I've never heard any other group say they're divesting from their men except Black women, bro. I'm telling you, some of these folks are sick, bro. Like upstairs, something's not right. It's you know what? Check this out. So I've talked to Austin offline, Austin Holloman with Passport Bros, and I'm in the group, and I'm learning to speak Portuguese, right? For the folks who say, oh, they're going overseas to meet poor women and all this other kind of stuff. I find it funny that a lot of the brothers are going to countries with melanated women. That ought to tell you right there. Brothers talk about Brazil. This is the second most populous melanated, continent. Really, that whole South America, that whole area outside of Africa. And a lot of the brothers you have, they are in Africa. So why aren't these brothers coming out and saying, hey, you know what, we Passport Bros and we're going to Denmark. Hey, we Passport Bros and we're going to Norway. Hey, we Passport Bros and we're going to, Russia. We Passport. You see what I'm saying? So I think what it is a lot of sisters get mad because these brothers are saying, hey, we still like Black women, we just don't like these. And not all of them, we just don't like the ones that we're having to interact with here, Favre, Roethlisberger, Kraft, all on white trash. Yeah, man. One of the things that I've seen as I've had a chance to kind of be in some of the rooms with people who got quite a bit of money, there's always some schemery going on, bro. There's always some backdoor stuff going on. There's, and not everybody, but what I've seen is there's always some golf course deals that are going on, So yeah, man, and this stuff happens at a pretty high level. So, and I've seen that firsthand, The Asian women don't even advertise being a divestor. Hell no. They know what it'll look like, for their families that may be back in Thailand or maybe back in Japan or maybe back in China, man. They come out in mass and say that, man, them dudes will check that with quickness. Yeah, brother Deshaun, been grinding it out, bro. I had to get up some energy to go live tonight because, like I said, I've been MIA. Like you said, grinding it out. The goddamn flights and going between these two time zones have been throwing me off. Shit, I was going to sleep early as hell at 8 o'clock. Understand women. Oh, this one right here. I understand women hating on passports, but men, that was strange. Bro, check this out. I'm gonna tell you why they hating. I'm gonna tell you exactly why they hating, bro. They are. You ever heard the saying, "Nice dudes don't get no coochie," bro? Like, these are folks who are afraid to go against the establishment. So the guys that come out and so it's a couple of different reasons. A lot of times they'll do it for content creation. It's going to get views. It's going to get a reaction. It is the hot topic. So they will ride that horse until something else comes about. The other piece, a lot of them are afraid because they've never actively stood up to their own mothers. They've never actively stood up to their girlfriends or wives or whatever the case may be. They are afraid and fearful. They don't know how that conversation is. They don't know how that conversation is supposed to go. Me personally, there are certain things that I believe where I wouldn't really give my life for it. Now, the folks that do this kind of stuff, if you ask them that same question, hey, outside of your kids, outside of your mama, what are you willing to die for? Man, it really ain't too much of nothing, bro. I want to live, bro. Shit, it's some still bitches to get. You know, like those are the kind of guys who do that stuff. And I will also tell you that a lot of these guys are scary, bro. In real life, a lot of them scary, and they think that they're not gonna bump into these people. You know what I'm saying? So that is that when I see that kind of stuff, I think that it's a cheap way out. As far as creating content, it keeps you from having to, or it keeps them from having to really sit down, write out some notes, come up with an actual concept, and then sell that concept, and people accept it, and people take it, and people really listen to it and absorb it. It's easier to just, sling shit all over the place, and most people would prefer to watch a house fire than they would to sit back and read an 800-page book. So I think a lot of that stuff, that's where a lot of that comes from. But yeah, ain't nobody worry about them brothers. Those ain't the most productive brothers anyway. A nigga who get up and drive a forklift every day for $12 an hour, see a brother that's making $150,000, $200,000 getting a passport going overseas, but you can't compete with this dude in real life. If anything, you got to work for this motherfucker. And I'm not knocking brothers that drive a forklift. I'm knocking brothers who haven't paid no dues in their real life, but you hating on the brothers who are productive and exercising their muscle because they got the fucking money to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an insane number, like 40% marry outside there raise Asian women. Hell yeah, Asian women go get them a white boy, and shit, they gonna put that little flat ass inside of that Aston Martin with the quickness. They ain't scared of it. Shit. Let's see. Driver's license and a passport. Hell yeah. Dating coaches hate, dating coaches hate passport bros because they're starting to lose the bag. Hell yeah. Bro, check this out. I put up a video called What Most Men Complicate About Game. If you get a chance, check that video out. I'm telling you, as a big dude, and don't get me wrong, I'm not just fat and slouchy, boy kind of. But I'm telling you, as a bigger guy, shit hit different when that S550 pull up on them staggered rims. That motherfucking peanut butter interior in it. The motherfucking Mercedes-Benz rims on it. Shit hit different when, you can be in one place, hop on a plane, right, and go to another place, and you got the keys. And even if you're not doing nothing, you're just being a productive brother, man. You're being a productive brother. You have a code. You have some ethics. You have a system that you go by. You have, I'll tell you now, I'm an ugly motherfucker, but I don't miss when it comes to, women like that. Now, granted, I'm not out here chasing women like that either. I got, my purpose is and I know that shit sounds cliche, but my purpose is really important to me. I want to retire before I'm 50. I don't want to fucking punch a clock with nobody. So that is what is at the forefront of my focus. But that video that I put up called What Most Men Complicate About Game, bro, that is literally six bullet points that put whatever the fuck these dating coaches talking about to bed. Because they're going to tell you, oh man, you got to, this is where a lot of them mess up at. They're going to tell you that you have to change who you are to get on her program. When the reality of it is become a productive motherfucker, and the right one is going to see your productivity and she's going to get on your fucking program. That's the real game right there. All of that, yeah, man, you tell her this and then you need to tell her this. No, bro, you need to be exactly who the hell you are. You need to be hyper-focused on what you need to be doing. And the one that is, and you pick from the ones that like you. If you are out, there's no way you can really be out here pushing the envelope, doing what you're supposed to be doing. trying to be a completely different person that is really within your personality and expect to have good outcomes, bro. You know, that's the reality of it. And like I said in that video, some women just not gonna like you. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how in shape you are. Some women just not gonna like you, bro. But you shouldn't worry yourself with that. You should be more concerned with being hyper productive, getting your coins right, getting your bag right. You know what I mean? Setting everything up to really be able to provide when the time comes. You know what I mean? Try to focus this a little bit better. That is what I believe. That's what I've done, and that's what I've learned in my adult life. Is that's the best game you can have. Be yourself, bro. Be hyper productive. Be somebody who can go out and get results, and that'll help you get to where you want to be, especially as it relates to relationships. You can be an ugly motherfucker. You pull up in that big body Jag or your big body Benz or whatever the case may be, and you hanging out at certain establishments because you've done the work to be able to afford that Roots Chris, or to be able to afford that BJ's, or to be able to afford that Ocean Prime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, focusing on you, bro. I can assure you, you're gonna get better results than trying to listen to a lot of the dating coaches. Boys ain't talking about shit. Not where it count. And I'm giving you the game straight up for free because I want to see you win. And I know it's a lot of productive brothers that should be getting better results. And a lot of them are going to dating coaches when in reality, you ain't got to go to no dating coach, bro. Keep focusing on yourself, making sure your ducks in a row. You know, yeah, you definitely want to have some nice rags. You know what I'm saying? Some nice casual clothes, slacks, cognac colored dress shoes. Off-white, white, sky blue to navy blue dress shirts, a nice set of ties, a nice blazer, some nice loafers. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that kind of stuff so that when you move in these spaces, you look like where you are. You know, you don't want to be walking around with a Balenciaga t-shirt on and the sublimation is faded on it. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff is not expensive. You just gotta, and it take a little. Just go get tailored for shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself in the mirror. Let the tailor really guide you on what looks best on you. My brother said I had a Korean woman take me on a date and she took care of everything. They don't play if they like you. Yeah, I messed that up, but they don't play when it comes to liking you. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I probably should have been married already. There was this lady that checked all the boxes. And this was a couple years back. And she just got married. She just got engaged about a month ago. And I wasn't surprised the least bit because she was definitely a wife. But hey, more power to that brother. Let's be moving like Slim Charles, and if necessary, like Michael. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit. My brother say, if I'm depending on Social Security money, I failed. Boy, you and I both know that Social Security is not gonna be there when it comes time for us to collect. They lighten that damn check up. I can tell you that. Between federal taxes and Social Security, they coming to get it. And I know you're a high earning brother too, but they'll lighten it up, but that bread is not gonna be there. They're gonna take all that money and they're gonna outsource some factory in China to make a bunch of 20-foot by 12 and a half foot LGBT flags so they can replace the red, white, and blue. That's where all that money finna go to. They definitely doing some, they blowing through that, stacking it up, putting that shit in cryptocurrency. The lawmakers are moving and shaking and putting that shit into digital currency type shit. We're gonna look up, it's gonna be gone, and they'll say, oh yeah, we had to, they'll come up with some excuse and get away with it. But it is 1:23 where I'm at, man. I appreciate each and every one of you who are in the stream, who stopped by, it has been a journey, but it has been a blessing also, man. I'm enjoying this whole process of taking on a whole new team, a lot more senior role. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I've done it quite a few times, so some parts are always new to it, but for the most part, everything's still the same. But man, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I want to make sure I did it live and and really got face to face with a lot of you guys, or really got in front of you to let y'all know how much I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting. Um, Sometimes we respond back and forth in the comments, and a lot of you brothers that respond on some of the silly ass videos I post, the shorts most specifically that I post. I appreciate all of you brothers. So um, definitely keep grinding, keep pushing hard, and I'm gonna definitely see y'all at the top. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Big bro gonna catch up with y'all. Y'all be good. Bet.